This week has felt a lot better compared to the prior week in terms of mental health, or I guess physical health, because I had a cough the prior week and decided to delay my 60-mile run for this week. And it was a good thing that it happened that way. I mean, I planned to have that 16 miler, but I was just not in the right headspace. So having that 16 miler be delayed by a week, just a little hamper on what my running schedule is, but I find a way to make the schedule work, and I was able to run a pretty decent pace on the 60 miler, which I was even surprised because uh, prior to prior to the 14 miler, uh, I wasn't really sure if I could keep up the 8 minutes 45 second per mile pace at a much higher mileage. As of right now, the 8 minutes 45 second is is the marathon pace that I'm aiming for, and if I can get any faster than that, that'll just be the icing on the cake. But 8:45 is kind of like the realistic goal of where I want to be come come the marathon. And now that now that we're kind of getting into higher higher mileage, I I'm not sure if I see a dip in strength performance, but I definitely feel more tired and more, or I guess less motivated to lift heavier weights, if that makes any sense. Uh, I mean, as you see here, I had the 225, and normally I go up to the 275, but I decided to scale it down a bit to uh, to really just work on my form, and I really wanted to do more sets of the squats, but I knew that I wouldn't be able to go any heavier. So I went back down, and I'm going to have to include more more repetitions in in my training sessions, because I do feel that with more practice of the movement, it will in turn increase my it'll increase my strength performance. And I don't know if training in a home gym compared to a commercial gym was any different. This was the first time I was able to work out in my home gym for a few months. For a few months now for bench press, and I always told myself when I was bench pressing in the commercial gym that it's only because I was benching at a commercial gym that my strength was not there, and I always used the excuse that it was because of the equipment I was not able to bench what I needed to bench, let's say. And I don't think that's the case. After this benching session, I had the same amount of strength as if I was at the commercial gym. If anything, it felt less because the 225 on bench used to be a lot easier for me, and I would never really struggle getting to that 9-10 repetition marker. But nowadays it feels a lot more difficult to achieve it, which, I mean, it could be a multitude of factors, uh, and I can't really pinpoint what those factors could mean, but the consistency is what I'm striving for, and having the backbone of what I can do already. I'm just going to build on that and try to increase gradually instead of always having to set these crazy goals. I know it'll take time, and I know that honing a skill just takes a lot of practice, and I think that's the beauty of these logs, is that I get to reflect and critique how I felt in the moment, or how I'm feeling prior to each workout. How am I doing with recovering? Uh, everything has variable, or everything has some sort of either benefit or could affect your training regimen. If you find that one thing works for you, run for it and utilize that to propel yourself forward. Try different things. If different things don't work out, if one certain type of workout is not in your favor, then at least you know you tried it. I tried using straps this week, and it just felt very uncomfortable to me. Um, I'm gonna keep at it and see if I can go any higher with the straps, because the the grip is what is hard. Getting higher into the deadlifts. Here's my splits for the 16 miler. As I said, I did a 8:42, and I hope to continue that pace as we get higher in the mileage. I don't want to get too fast and burn myself out, because that would be the last thing I would want to happen. That's it for this week, and I'll catch you in the next one.